on water competition.
I love seeing this every year. The event focuses on architecture students who build makeshift shoes that are supposed to help them cross a big pond.
Imagine stepping onto the surface of a lake and walking across it as if it were solid ground. No boat, no tricks, just you and a pair of shoes defying everything you thought was possible. Engineers around the world have been pushing the limits of footwear design, creating devices that blur the line between science fiction and reality. Omni Heat Electric puts the power of warmth right at your fingertips. At the touch of a button, our footwear delivers customizable warmth directly to your feet. From shoes that literally let you glide on water to sneakers that lace themselves, the innovations we're about to explore aren't just clever, they are game-changing. Today, we're counting down 20 of the most unique, shocking, and remarkable shoe inventions and foot-wearable gadgets ever engineered. These aren't your average kicks. They are the result of visionary minds combining technology, creativity, and a little bit of madness. 20 Wow Shoes. Michael Evingham didn't wait for corporations to make water-walking shoes. He did it himself. Wow shoes are amphibious footwear made from lightweight buoyant materials that distribute your weight across a larger surface area, allowing you to walk on water. They resemble oversized flippers, but they function effectively. The patent-pending design has been tested on pools and lakes, and users report that with a little practice, you can genuinely walk, not swim, not float, walk on water. It's slow, it's awkward, but it's real. Evingham's invention proves that you do not need a massive research and development budget to push boundaries. Sometimes all it takes is one person obsessed with an idea who is willing to keep on trying until it works. Wow shoes are goofy, impractical, and absolutely remarkable. 19 Nike Waffle Sole Trainer 2. Sometimes the best ideas are thought of at breakfast. Nike co-founder Bill Bowerman was experimenting with traction patterns when he poured urethane into his wife's waffle iron. The result, a sole that changed running forever. The waffle pattern provided unprecedented grip without adding weight. Runners could push off harder, corner sharper, and maintain speed on various surfaces. It was simple, brilliant, and immediately effective. Nike released the waffle trainer in 1974, and it became an instant hit. This wasn't just a design tweak. It was a revolution in performance footwear. The waffle sole laid the foundation for modern sneaker traction systems, influencing everything from basketball shoes to trail runners. Even now, over 50 years later, variations of that pattern still appear in high-performance models. All because someone got creative with their kitchen equipment. 18 Foam Posit Sneakers. What if a shoe's upper didn't need stitching, gluing, or multiple layers? Nike's Foam Pit answered that question with a molded synthetic shell that wraps around the foot like armor. Inspired by the seamless construction of coin purses, designer Eric Avar created a shoe that was as much sculpture as it was sneaker. The material hardens at room temperature, but becomes pliable when heated, allowing it to mold perfectly to your foot over time. The result is a custom fit that traditional construction methods simply can't replicate. Additionally, it has a futuristic appearance, reminiscent of something straight out of a science fiction film. Released in 1997, the Foamposite was initially met with controversy due to its high price and radical appearance, but it found a devoted following, especially in basketball circles. Nowadays, it's a collector's icon with limited editions worth thousands of dollars. Innovation doesn't always play it safe, and Foam Pit proved that bold design pays off. 17 Self-lacing Nike Adapt BB Sneakers. Tying your shoes is so 20th century. Nike's Adapt BB sneakers feature motorized laces that tighten or loosen with the tap of a button or through a smartphone app. Sensors in the sole detect when you step in and the shoe automatically adjusts to your preferred fit. This isn't just convenience, it's performance optimization. Basketball players can tighten their shoes during play for support and then loosen them during timeouts for added comfort. The system uses a small motor and rechargeable battery tucked into the midsole, and it's surprisingly robust. Nike first teased self-lacing technology in the Back to the Future-inspired mags, but it was the Adapt BB that brought it to athletes in 2019. The shoes connect via Bluetooth, and firmware updates improve performance over time. We've reached a point where your sneakers have software updates. Wild. 16. Nike Gakuzu Zoomfly SP. Japanese designer Jun Takahashi collaborated with Nike to create the Gakuzu line, a series of running shoes that seamlessly blend elite performance with street-era aesthetics. The Zoomfly SP features a translucent upper carbon fiber plate and a sleek aerodynamic silhouette. It's built for speed. The carbon plate provides propulsion while the lightweight mesh upper reduces drag. It also looks incredible, which is rare for true performance footwear. Most speed-focused shoes sacrifice style, but Gakuzu refuses to compromise. Released in limited quantities, these shoes became instant grails for both runners and sneakerheads. They prove that high-level engineering and cutting-edge design can coexist. You don't have to choose between fast and beautiful. You can have both. 15. Reebok DMX Airflowing Shoe. Remember when sneakers just sat there? Reebok flipped this idea on its head with DMX technology. These shoes feature interconnected air pods that shift as you move, redistributing cushioning exactly where your foot needs it. Walk, and the air flows from heel to toe. Run, and it adapts in real time. The system was introduced in the late 90s and became a cult favorite among athletes and casual wearers alike. Unlike static foam, DMX reacts dynamically to pressure changes, giving you energy and comfort that evolves with every step. It's not just padding, it's engineering that breathes with your movement. Reebok refined the technology over multiple iterations, and even today, DMX remains a benchmark in adaptive cushioning. The concept was ahead of its time, blending biomechanics with material science in a way that still holds up decades later. If shoes could think, these would be strategists. 14. Mizuno Energy Sneakers. Mizuno's Energy line features oversized bubble midsoles that look straight out of a cartoon. But these bubbles aren't just for show. They are engineered for maximum energy return. The foam compresses on impact and snaps back, propelling you forward with each step. Debuted at the Osaka Expo 2025, the all-black design with exaggerated proportions immediately caught attention. The technology behind it is solid. Lab tests show higher energy return compared to traditional EvaFoam, and runners report noticeable bounce. Mizuno isn't as hyped as Nike or Adidas, but they've quietly been innovating for decades. Energy is their bold statement that performance doesn't have to look boring. Sometimes bigger really is better, at least when it comes to cushioning. 13. The Wahoo Sneakers. Ever thought about if your shoes learned how you walked? Wahoo sneakers use embedded sensors and adaptive air chambers to adjust cushioning based on your speed. Walk casually and they soften. Start running and they firm up for support. The system collects data over time, refining its response to match your unique movement patterns. It's essentially machine learning in your soles. The shoes can even sync with an app to display metrics such as impact, force, and step balance. This level of real-time adaptability was previously unthinkable. Now, it is becoming the standard for high-end performance footwear. Engineers are no longer designing shoes for the average foot. They are designing shoes that become personal to you. 12. Leonardo da Vinci-inspired water walking shoes. Before modern technology, Leonardo da Vinci sketched designs for shoes that would allow people to walk on water. Centuries later, engineers made it real. These shoes feature electric motors and propellers mounted on buoyant platforms, allowing wearers to glide and even jump on water surfaces. The design is compact, think jet ski, but strapped to your feet. You lean forward to accelerate, shift your weight to turn, and use a handheld pull to control speed. It's part hoverboard, part watercraft, and entirely wild. Prototypes have been tested on lakes and calm seas, and the footage is mesmerizing. You're not walking, but you're definitely moving across water under your own control. Da Vinci would be proud. 11. Slip-resistant, puncture-proof engineer safety shoes. Not all innovation is just meant to be flashy. Some can be both flashy and as hard as rock. RaidLink 799 Plus steel-toe safety shoes are built for brutal environments, construction sites, factories, and warehouses. These boots feature slip-resistant rubber outs, steel toes, and puncture-proof plates embedded in the sole. Modern iterations include composite materials that meet safety standards while reducing weight. Some models incorporate moisture-wicking liners and shock-absorbing midsoles to keep workers comfortable during 12-hour shifts. Safety footwear has come a long way from the clunky steel-toed clumpers of the past. Today's designs strike a balance between protection and ergonomics, and engineers continue to refine materials to make them lighter, tougher, and more comfortable. It's not just glamorous, it's also essential, and it's constantly improving. Subscribers Pick. It's time for our Subscribers Pick. Viewers voted for the most jaw-dropping invention. Shoes that let someone walk across the surface of a lake like it's solid ground. As you can see, these vibrant red sandals are not a Photoshop trick, but a real wearable gadget engineered for buoyancy and water stability. Designed by creative engineers aiming to push human boundaries, the shoes use lightweight materials and strategic fin placement to keep the wearer afloat and surprisingly balanced. This invention has sparked online debates about the future of recreational gadgets and literally walking on water. Some fans marvel at its engineering, while skeptics wonder if it's truly practical for everyday use or just a viral novelty. Would you try these shoes if you had the chance, or is this an invention best left to internet legends? Electric and heated footwear. Cold feet aren't just uncomfortable, they are dangerous in extreme conditions. Heated footwear uses battery-powered heating elements, either woven into the insoles or integrated into the shoe's lining. Some models allow you to control the temperature via a smartphone, adjusting heat levels on the fly. Mountaineers, hunters, and winter athletes swear by these. The batteries are rechargeable and often last 6 to 10 hours on a single charge. Higher-end versions include moisture management systems to prevent sweat buildup, which can cool your feet down. Electric footwear isn't new, but recent advances in battery efficiency and heating element design have made them far more practical. Engineers are even exploring solar rechargeable options for extended outdoor use. Warm feet, no frostbite, and you don't have to stuff hand warmers in your boots. That's progress. 9. Shift Robotics Moonwalkers. Is walking too slow for you? Shift Robotics built motorized strap-on shoes that boost your walking speed to 7 mph, nearly twice the average pace. They're essentially skates that attach over your regular shoes, utilizing 8 polyurethane wheels per foot and artificial intelligence-powered sensors that adapt to your pace in real time. The system detects when you're walking and automatically engages the motors. Slow down and they disengage. It's intuitive enough that most users adapt within minutes. The wheels lock when you're standing still, so you're not sliding around uncontrollably. Battery life lasts approximately 6 mAh per charge, making it perfect for urban commutes. Released in 2023, Moonwalkers generated buzz for solving a real problem, getting places faster without breaking a sweat. They're bulky and expensive, but early adopters, especially city dwellers tired of being late, have embraced them. The design weighs approximately 4.22 pounds per foot, which sounds heavy, but it distributes the weight in a way that doesn't feel cumbersome once you're in motion. The engineering behind them is impressive. Each Moonwalker features a brushless DC motor, a planetary gearbox, and sophisticated motion sensors that process data at a rate of 20 times per second. This constant analysis ensures that the wheels engage smoothly with your natural stride, creating a sensation that users describe as walking on a moving sidewalk. The learning curve is surprisingly short. Most people feel confident within their first 10 minutes of use. Shift Robotics targeted a specific market. Professionals who walk significant distances during their workday, but don't want to arrive sweaty from biking or running. The Moonwalkers deliver on that promise. You maintain a normal walking motion, just faster. Your morning commute just got a serious upgrade, and you didn't have to learn how to balance on a hoverboard or electric unicycle to make it happen. 8. Lethal Smart Insoles. Have you ever considered shoes that can guide you without needing to look at your phone? Lethal insoles use gentle vibrations to provide haptic feedback, guiding you on where to turn. Connect them to GPS, set your destination, and the left or right insole buzzes when it's time to change direction. Initially designed to help visually impaired individuals navigate independently, the technology quickly found a broader audience. Runners use them to stay en route without checking devices. Tourists explore cities while keeping their phones in their pockets. The insoles also track steps, calories, and distance, syncing data to an app. The system is surprisingly accurate with vibrations strong enough to feel, but subtle enough not to distract. Battery life lasts several days, and they fit in most shoes. Lachelle proves that sometimes the best interface isn't a screen, but rather a tap on your foot that tells you exactly where to go. 7. Digit Sole Smart Shoe. Cold feet meet modern engineering. Digit Sole smart shoes feature built-in heating elements that can be controlled through a smartphone app. Set your desired temperature and the shoes warm up in seconds. No more frozen toes during winter commutes. But that's not all. These shoes also feature automatic lacing. Sensors detect when you slip them on and tighten to your preferred fit. They track your steps, analyze your pace, and monitor the calories you burn. It's a fitness tracker, heater, and self-lacing system packed into one sneaker. The heating system runs on a rechargeable battery lasting up to 8 hours on a single charge. Temperature ranges from ambient to a toasty 113 degrees Fahrenheit or 45 degrees Celsius. Digit Sole launched in 2016, and while they haven't dominated the market, they've carved out a loyal niche among tech enthusiasts and people living in cold climates. 6. Vibram 5 Fingers. Most shoes cram your toes together. Vibram 5 Fingers said no thanks and created footwear that gives each toe its own compartment. The design mimics barefoot movement, allowing your feet to flex, spread, and grip naturally. At first glance, they look bizarre, like gloves for your feet, but biomechanically, they make sense. Your toes are meant to move independently, and traditional shoes often restrict this movement. 5 Fingers restore natural foot mechanics, which fans claim improves balance, strengthens foot muscles, and reduces the risk of injury. Launched in 2005, they sparked a barefoot running movement that's still going strong. Hikers, climbers, and yoga practitioners swear by them. The sole is thin, typically just 3 to 4 millimeters of Vibram rubber, providing protection from sharp objects while maintaining ground feel. You can sense texture changes underfoot, from pavement to grass to gravel, giving your brain more sensory feedback about your environment. The science behind barefoot running is compelling and controversial. Proponents argue that traditional cushioned running shoes encourage heel striking, which generates more impact force and can lead to repetitive stress injuries. Running in minimal footwear, such as 5 Fingers, encourages forefoot or midfoot striking, which better utilizes your foot's natural shock absorption mechanisms, including your arch, metatarsals, and the springy Achilles tendon. Beyond running, 5 Fingers found unexpected audiences. Rock climbers appreciate the toe dexterity for scrambling. CrossFit enthusiasts like the stability for lifting. Physical therapists use them in rehabilitation programs to rebuild foot strength after injury. The shoes come in various models. Some designed for running, others for water sports, hiking, and casual wear. Putting them on takes practice. Each toe needs to find its individual slot, which can be frustrating at first. Most users develop a technique such as wiggling their toes as they slide the shoe on, which makes the process quicker. Socks designed specifically for toe shoes are available. However, many wearers opt for going sockless. They are divisive. People either love the freedom or hate the look, but there's no denying that they challenge conventional shoe design. 5. Gravity Defier Shoes. Did you know that walking on concrete all day destroys your joints? But don't worry, because Gravity Defier shoes fight back with built-in spring systems in the heel that absorb impact and return energy with each step. The company claims they reduce joint stress by up to 40%. The springs are visible through a cutout in the heel and they compress noticeably when you walk. It's a strange sensation at first, like walking on mini trampolines, but users report significantly less foot and knee pain after long days on their feet. The technology isn't entirely new. Spring-loaded shoes have existed for decades. However, Gravity Defier refined the design for everyday wear, striking a balance between cushioning and stability. They are popular among nurses, retail workers, and individuals whose jobs require them to stand for hours. Not the sleek shoes, but when your knees stop aching, style takes a back seat. 4. Yvonne Smart Shoe. Falls are a leading cause of injury among the elderly. Yvonne Smart Shoes address this with embedded sensors that detect falls and automatically alert caregivers. If the wearer falls and doesn't get up within a set time, the shoes send GPS coordinates to the emergency contacts. The shoes also track daily activity, helping caregivers monitor mobility patterns and catch potential health issues early. Sensors measure speed stability, step count, and time spent sitting versus moving. It's preventative care built into footwear. Yvonne launched in France and has gradually expanded internationally. The concept is simple but impactful. Peace of mind for families and independence for seniors. The shoes resemble standard sneakers, thereby avoiding the stigma associated with medical devices. It is a smart design that prioritizes dignity alongside safety. 3. Salted smart insoles. Runners obsess over form, and salted smart insoles give them the data to perfect it. Pressure sensors embedded in the insoles analyze how your foot strikes the ground, tracking metrics like pronation, impact, force, and cadence. The data syncs to an app that provides real-time coaching. Over-pronating, you'll get a notification. Favoring one leg, the app flags it. Over time, the system learns your patterns and offers personalized recommendations to enhance efficiency and reduce the risk of injury. Physical therapists and golf coaches have started incorporating salted into training programs. The granular data helps identify issues before they become injuries. It's like having a biomechanics expert in your shoe, constantly watching your every step. For serious athletes, that level of insight is invaluable. Point 2. Pumify self-lacing shoes. Puma entered the self-lacing game with the FI, adding a unique twist swipe controls. Run your finger up the side of the shoe to tighten, down to loosen. No app is required, although one is available for saving custom fit settings. The system utilizes a micro motor and cable lacing system that evenly adjusts tension across the entire upper. It's fast, full tightening, takes about 1 second, and surprisingly powerful. The battery lasts about a week with regular use and charges via a magnetic dock. Released in 2020, the FI competed directly with Nike's Adapt line. Puma focused on making the interface more intuitive and the design more affordable. The result is a solid self-lacing shoe that doesn't feel like a gimmick. The swipe control module is situated on the side of the shoe, slightly raised, allowing you to locate it by feel without needing to look down. A small LED strip provides visual feedback. Blue means tightening. Red means loosening, and green indicates that it is locked in place. The motor is surprisingly sophisticated. It is a brushless DC motor chosen for its efficiency and durability, rated for over 10,000 tightening cycles. The cable system uses aerospace-grade steel wrapped in a polymer coating to prevent fraying. Tension is distributed through 3 zones of the upper, ensuring even pressure without creating hotspots. Puma addressed one of Nike Adapt's biggest criticisms: reliability. Early Adapt models had issues with motors failing or cables breaking. Puma over-engineered the FI's mechanical components, prioritizing durability, even if it meant making the module slightly larger. The strategy worked. Reported failure rates are significantly lower than competitors. The app adds useful features. You can save multiple fit profiles for different activities, such as looser for walking and tighter for running, as well as custom settings for basketball. The shoes remember these profiles and can automatically adjust when you open the app and select an activity. There's also a social feature that lets you share fit settings with friends, though its usefulness is debatable. Battery management is smarter than expected. The shoes enter low power mode when not in use, and the motor only engages when needed. A full charge takes about 90 minutes and provides about 10 to 15 days of typical use. When the battery runs low, you receive alerts through the app, and the shoes still function. However, you can't adjust the fit until you recharge. The FE design is sleek and futuristic without being ostentatious. Whether it becomes a universal shoe or remains a premium feature is still uncertain, but Puma has made a strong case that the future of footwear is adaptive. 1. Vessi waterproof knit shoes. Waterproof shoes typically refer to rubber boots or Gore-Tex hiking shoes, which can be both hot and uncomfortable for casual wear. Vessi cracked the code with Flash Knit, a proprietary material that's 100% waterproof, yet breathable enough for all-day comfort. You can walk through puddles, rain, and shallow streams, and your feet stay completely dry. However, unlike traditional waterproof footwear, moisture from the inside escapes, preventing the swampy feeling that often ruins most waterproof shoes. The company launched via Kickstarter in 2017 and gained significant popularity, particularly in rainy cities like Vancouver and Seattle. The shoes look like normal sneakers, not rain boots, which is part of their appeal. Vessi proved that waterproof doesn't have to mean compromise. Sometimes the best innovation is solving an old problem so well that people forget it was ever a problem in the first place. Which shoe was your favorite? Share your thoughts with us in the comments.